I remember really specifically watching it like at a really, really young age. And actually, like I was very scared, but I think I was excited by how scared I was. And I remember the next day going out and like imagined I was going to get pulled and feeling great by a scary clown. I think I was excited that you could feel something so much from television.
Hello, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today.
Hey, having us.
First off, I want to start off by congratulating you for already being renewed for season 2. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
I was a 33-year-old man when I became a vampire.
We're a family.
She is poisoning you against me.
You two have each other. Who am I supposed to love?
We'll be together 10,000 nights, 100,000.
I think we all, at some point in our lives, pretended to be a vampire biting someone's neck. I'm curious how you prepared to actually sink your teeth into those moments on screen.
I feel like initially we didn't really think about it, and then we started having to do it fairly regularly. We're like, this is really weird. It's a lot more intimate than a sex scene, I think. Like doing it, it's like quite an extreme thing to do. Yeah.
It's also like trying to work out like how much blood you like ingest per bite. Like, you know, if you're draining somebody's entire body of blood, it's like quite a lot of fluid to be drinking. And how long does it go for? And like what's the kind of draw? And Anne Rice does talk about it, like these epic sort of draws that they take. So it was sort of like making sure that translated as well. There was a fair amount of thought that went into it. And sometimes those scenes would just go on and on and on, and you'd be like, are they going to call cut because this is going forever?
That was an epic draw.
Yeah, I had a wrist hickey actually by the end of it.
I had a neck hickey.
Yeah.
Hickey.
Yeah. Payback hickey.
My friend and Xfinity's LGBTQ plus editor, Scott, has been very excited for this series, and he wanted me to ask you the following question. Why do you think we see so many gay vampire characters in modern TV and film? Is it because of their beautiful skin, keen fashion sense, and love of nightlife?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we take that as our answer?
Yeah. Absolutely. There was a moment early in the premiere episode where Eric Bogosian's character, Daniel Malloy, pulls out an old boombox to play a cassette tape. And I'll admit, I still have a cassette player. I have a VHS player somewhere that I can't bring myself to throw out. Can either of you think of anything in your home right now that is so outdated, but you can't bring yourself to get rid of it?
I mean, I have a old cassette Walkman that I have been carrying around for ages. That's still in the box. It's still like in the 80s box that it came from. And I have no idea. And it's still got the headphones that came with it, and they're like crumbling and disintegrating. And I have a bag of cassette tapes that I used to make as a kid. I'd go on the radio and like record like the songs and things, so I could have like a mixtape of the songs that I like. And I've got this bag of those tapes, and I don't know why I keep them, because none of them.
No, I do. I used to do the same, and I so wish that I kept them.
Oh yeah,
I really, really wish I kept them.
I did. A while ago, I bought an old car, and it only had a tape player in it. I thought, oh, this is going to be the time I get to listen to these tapes, and it was just awful. All of it was awful.
Closing time.
Yeah.
I've got all my Ninja Turtles. I still have them from when I was a child.
Wow.
And I've also got this very paint chipped Cyclops toy. And all of the accessories are gone, but I still have that. I have quite a lot of toys actually that I kept. And do you remember Mighty Max?
Yeah.
So I've got like this green. It's like it's a dragon, but it's a mountain as well. And you open it. They're like Polly Pockets.
Oh, I had Mighty Max 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't have any of the figures. It's just the playset, and that's like, yeah.
Yeah, because they were tiny.
I put all of these things up in my office. They're on my shelf. I like looking at them.
Jacob, I was not prepared to see you tap dance so beautifully in that first episode. Is that a skill you already possessed, or something you had to learn?
No, it's something that we had to learn. We had, how many weeks did we have? Like me
It was a
and
month of prep, but
yeah,
that
I got COVID, and so I had to isolate. I didn't have any symptoms, thankfully, but so I had to then do all of my lessons remotely in my house in New Orleans.
and then you're bored, right?
Yeah, so I had like some plywood on the floor, and my tap shoes, and yeah, we had like 3 weeks after that to just keep practicing. And with respect to the doubles, they had 2 tap dancing doubles that they sent home before we shot the scene.
Didn't even use them.
So all of the tapping you see in the show is me and Stephen, and we learned most of it over Zoom.
Amazing.
It's so hard because tap is all about sound. the lag is awful.
Sam, was there anything you had to learn specifically for this series?
French, Italian,
Piano.
Singing. Yeah, it was a bit. It was a bit.
I was taken off guard by how violent the show gets at a certain point, and bloody. And I was reminded of one of my earliest memories of being frightened by a TV show or movie, and it was a vampire. And I was curious if you remember the first TV show or movie that scared you as a child.
I had a babysitter when I was about 10 or 11. No, younger than that, much younger than that, like 6 or 7. And she put on It. And I remember really specifically watching It like at a really, really young age and feeling like it was very wrong. But I just vividly remember it. And actually, like, I was very scared, but I think I was excited by how scared I was. And I remember the next day going out and trying to like pretend like I was his name's Timmy, isn't he? He gets dragged onto the grate. Georgie. Yeah. And like trying to sail a sailing boat and like imagine I was going to get pulled into the grate by a scary clown. So, I mean, it left a positive impact on me, but probably quite deranged as a human being. So.
Okay.
I think I was excited that you could feel something so much from television.
There's like a stop motion Wind in the Willows that it's gorgeous. I've watched it recently, but just something about stop motion is like, just terrifies me about like a particular period of stop motion filmmaking where it's kind of jerky, but like it was still more advanced than say like in the 60s, or like it wasn't Gumby level, but it also wasn't like Coraline. There's like a sweet spot that just scares the living daylights out of me.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. And I love the show and can't wait for people to see it.